Hey, welcome people on the Rise and Shine Las Vegas. And this is the Las Vegas Rise and Shine that has been running for over 2 years now. And as you can see, I'm the only one actually showing up today, but only right for now because my guest host is actually on her way here. Drive safely, Laura. I'll see you in a bit. But anyways, guys, Rise and Shine is always actually a promotion for different events, different things that's happening in Las Vegas. Good news that we actually gather during the week and say about or tell you guys about those news, and also events of all the friends that we know, local events here in Las Vegas. We talk about the weather, we talk about different things. But I want to take also this opportunity to talk about the social media shows. So, anyways, starting this coming Wednesday, which is next week, um, I am starting my brand new show, which features a lot of different individuals here in Las Vegas. Um, and it will be starting this Wednesday. And it is called Undiscovered.
Yes. The old dude here is down in gate 9101.
That's the actually promo reel of the brand new show called Undiscovered, starting Wednesday. I have four different artists that's coming up this Wednesday, and also the brand new news for this is kind of like a brand new hybrid type show here in social media shows because we never did this before, and it's kind of like um, I'm exactly don't want to actually over exaggerate the show, but I'm gonna have a DJ that will be running the show with me. So I'm gonna have the DJ, which is my very good friend, Kevin Rose. Kevin Rose is actually the band leader of uh, Whiskey Tanner, and he is gonna be called on the show DJ KGR. DJ KGR. So he's gonna be actually DJing my whole undiscovered show. But anyways, also this past few days or few weeks, we just actually um, started a brand new show, and this brand new show, it talks a lot about different actors and actresses and individuals, business who people who have like high end business, and we call it the Vegas or Vegas View. So the Vegas View is actually hosted by Nicole Vegas. She's an actor, she's a phenomenal, versatile actress. And not only an actor, but she is also a versatile, good friend of many. And she's a social butterfly, and she loves to connect a lot of people. there we are. And and also, of course, I am not gonna actually going to miss out mentioning about my very good friend. He's my best friend actually, and I'm gonna show you guys his trailer. He is Chris Cook, who is a phenomenal comedian, stand-up comedian in town. You better go and see him. And he has his website, chriscookcomedy.com. So go check him out there.
Yes. This old dude here is down in the 89101 with the pimps, hookers, and crackheads. I have the ass of a 16-year-old boy. So, get you some cheesecake. I had to watch porn at the office. They paid me to watch porn at the office. Up is down, black is white. Porn is good again. Hooray, porn! The official name and title is Captain Chris Cookie Cook, the Cook County Chili Cook and comedic curmudgeon, captivating crowds from coast to coast.
There you get Chris Cook Comedy Specials. It's actually running on his website, chriscookcomedy.com. And also, I just want to actually also take this opportunity while waiting for my guest host about our services that we offer here at social media shows. We have social studio rental. By the way, we actually rent our brand new whole studio. It's a really huge room where you can do acting. You can take pictures on this studio. You can you can actually do a mini podcast. And also coming up, guys, is our radio podcast room, which is it's a soundproof room where you can do your song recording. You can do a podcast. You can do it's a radio station technically. So it's coming up, and we will be announcing that when it's gonna be launched. And also we are launching our Roku TV channel, and it's coming up soon. But I'm not gonna we're still working on putting all our TV shows on the Roku channel. We also have we also do commercial ads. So if you have a business or you want a promo reel or maybe music video for you guys, we have connection all over town. If you can choose from the highest quality of or highest end or highest level of video for your event, for your music video, or for your commercial video for your business or promo reel for your idea or you as a talent. So we have different cameras from 540 to 8K to HD cameras. So you can actually call us and give you guys our pricing. We can also do video editing for you guys, especially the thing is video editing is the most complicated part of having a TV or a videographer or anything. It takes probably 7 days or more to edit a 15-minute video. So it's really complicated, but if you guys can trust us, you can go ahead and hire us, because we are specialized in video editing. We know what we're doing. Just tell us what do you want, and we can actually do that. We also do event live streaming. So if you want to have an event, red carpets, or any event, speaking events, maybe a birthday celebration or anything public or private, let us know. We can give you a really very affordable. I'm not saying competitive, because technically our pricing is very affordable compared to any services, video services here in Las Vegas or probably around the country. We also do red carpet events. Keep in mind, if you rent us for your red carpet events, it comes with the host of the red carpet and a photographer. So you get a really, really affordable price on that. We also do a voiceover, by the way, for your ideas. We do for podcasting, which is what we're doing right now. We actually create a lot, or I produce a lot of TV shows and social media shows. We already reached over 50 TV shows for the last 4 years. And we also do podcasts, like what I said earlier. We are opening our radio or soundproof room pretty soon. We also have we can also distribute your videos. If you don't want to use our studio, you can just create your own show wherever you are around the world, and you can submit to us, and we will find an airtime for your idea of a show. We also have a website builder. If you are just a starter and you want a website, because it's very important to have a landing page where you can send your, first thing that people actually go to when you tell them that you have a business or you have the idea or you are a talent is, hey, what's your website? So it's very important to have a landing page. So we can create your landing page, and we are, like what I said, we are very affordable. Social media management, the most hardest thing since I've been doing social media shows is to manage all the social media. Imagine we have like over 100 social media in there. I have over 500 social media accounts because of the shows that actually I've produced in the past and currently. So that is the hardest part to actually manage, is the social media. So we actually offer social media management. And the last one is we actually advertise you. We promote you. If you actually seen my post recently, I've been what do you call that? I had this. I'm trying to. There you go. I just posted previously in the past few days about me opened a page on my website which is called brand endorsement. Yeah, brand endorsement. If you go socialmediashows.com/brand hyphen endorsement. Is it endorsement? Yes, endorsement. You can see all the people already is in there. So I've been actually called in the past several times asking, hey, do you know any artist? Do you have any band? Do you have any actor that would be on my TV show or my, anything? Do you know any realtor? Do you know any videographer? Do you know any photo? They keep on asking me like I am the information center, but they come to me because they trust they trust me to give them the right people. So if you are those people, send me your bio and a picture and the description of what you do, so I can put you on my brand endorsement page. And just letting you know, I am not charging you for this. It is just my way. Actually, it's helping me out to just send somebody who's asking me for somebody to say, hey, go on my website and go find who you want to hire there. So it's very, this is my way of actually saying thank you to all my followers and supporters. But I believe that I had covered so much for that. But so my actually guest host just walked in a moment ago. So we are going to go on a quick commercial break. When we come back, we are going to put her on the hot seat. Not really hot seat because she is co-hosting with me. So don't go away. We will be right back. Welcome to Social Media Shows. Have you been watching social media shows recently? Of course you have. We have been live streaming for 4 years across social media platforms. We produce over 70 shows with over 1,000 episodes. In the process, we've helped over 100 creators realize their dreams and start their own show. We give platforms to promote your business. If you are an artist, if you have an event, if you are entrepreneurs, or if you have a story. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe and follow us on major social media platforms. And if you have a great idea of a show, join us. Social media shows can help you produce and live stream your own show. Let us help you make your dream become a reality. Welcome to social media shows. Have you been watching social media shows recently? Of course you have. We have been live streaming for 4 years across social media platforms. We produce over 70 shows with Hey, welcome back to the Rise and Shine. As you can see, I have my guest co-host Laura Powers. Welcome to my show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, well, how's the driving? Is it
Oh,
busy? In the
It's pretty busy. Yeah, not terrible, but they're still doing a bit of construction on Highway 15, and that
Yeah,
definitely
oh
slows things
shucks.
down.
I think that's 4 years ago. That is before the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
Before the pandemic, I know that because I used to have my studio on the other side of town. So
Oh,
that is
yeah.
my road every morning to go to the studio. So
Yeah.
I know how long that was already. So yeah, that is pretty intense traffic right
Yes,
there.
it is. Although I used to live in LA, so it's
Oh,
so
yes.
nothing compared to LA.
You know, I'm a few years back. I used to drive to LA every weekend.
Oh wow.
I just
yeah.
want to go to Santa Monica, right?
Mhm.
So I drive to LA every weekend, and every time I come back to Las Vegas, when you're driving back to Las Vegas, you're like, holy cow, I thought Las Vegas is bad in traffic.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's all relative. I also spent some time in Mexico City, and there it's also crazy. In fact, in Mexico City, if you live there, if you're a resident, they actually tell you, like, these days you can or can't drive. And if you get caught driving, it's like a major penalty. So
Wow.
they'll just say you can't drive Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I'm glad that I don't drive there, or I'm glad that I don't live there because I am a speeder. But anyways, Laura Powers, by the way, she is actually an entertainer, and believe it or not, she is a freaking psychic. I love it. Oh my God! Can you what do you call it? Read my mind right now. You know what's funny, Laura, is I've been called psychic.
Mm.
I'm not a psychic though, but I felt sometimes I am because it's really okay. Did ever scares you that you can kind of like see what's coming?
No, I mean, I think it's helpful, and I think as a psychic, sometimes we have a little bit of a blind spot for ourselves, right? So my specialty is looking for other people versus seeing for myself. I do get some heads up about things, but yeah, there are things when I'll just guess something or I'll just know something that there's no way for me to know, and that can definitely freak some people out.
Okay, so I don't know, but I can kind of tell what's gonna happen tomorrow on certain situation. Not, you know, I am not a psychic and I am not a fortune teller. I just can kind of like, it's just like comes to you and you know. I think I always say this because I don't wanna actually scare myself. I always said because I actually observe so much I observe, I listen, and I go with nonverbal cues all the time.
Right.
So I kind of, I've been managing people for over 10 years. So I think that helps too. And whenever I walk into a room, I read every single person. Okay, you cannot read every single person in a room, but you can kind of like, okay, this one, very interesting. This one is not interesting, so I don't need to do anything on that. So I cannot do that. That's why I'm like, when somebody comes to me and they said, hey, my name is this, and I'm this, I said, I know.
Yeah.
And they're like, they look at me like, oh, I don't like this woman. It's too powerful. Then they
Right.
walk away.
Yeah.
And then some people, hey, I'm this. And I said, you know, and then that's also my testing is when I said, I know, I'll see how you actually react to that, right?
Right. Yeah. I do the same when I go into a room or space, and I'll just kind of do a scan, an intuitive
Scan,
scan.
that's the word, yes.
And I also, because I'm clairvoyant, sometimes it's like certain people or situations will be kind of psychically highlighted, is the way I describe it. And it's great because then I'll know, who's a good person to talk to, who's maybe a person to avoid, etc. So yeah, it's definitely an ability I really appreciate.
So did you went school for this, or it just came to you?
So my traditional education is in theater, so my undergrad's in theater and dance, and then my master's degree is in political science, and I used to work in government and politics for many years. And then
that's the reason why you're a psychic. Okay, go ahead.
and then as I started to step into this role and work, I did training with many different teachers in this area. So not through a university or anything, but just through local and national teachers. And then just on the job training. So just kind of practicing my abilities, through my work with my clients and in every day. I've done things like I actually used to play poker for money. And I would use my psychic abilities, and it was kind of like practicing it. So, there's lots of different ways you can use your abilities.
That's really funny that you said that. But, okay, so I don't gamble, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I can play poker.
Mm.
And the only so I don't gamble because I don't want that somebody else is controlling my money.
Yeah.
By winning.
Right.
Or losing.
Right.
Somebody is controlling your winning and losing if you are gambling.
Yeah.
But in poker, it's totally different ball game because you are controlling, not really, but if you have that clairvoyant brain,
yes.
you're gonna have to be very, very well, anyways, I won so many times on poker games.
Uh-huh.
And I won with a deuce.
Oh wow, yeah. So not a really great hand.
Not at all, and I won
Yeah.
because how I read the person.
Exactly. The reason I chose poker to play versus other things, there's several ways that I could use my abilities. One, to read the person. Do they have something? Are they bluffing? Also, just literally, I would just psychically get hold or fold, and that's enough information a lot of times to help you win. So I played mostly private games. I did play a little bit in casinos as well.
You said hold, fold. That's what actually I did that a lot just to read other people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I did a lot like fold, fold. And also I want them to read me on my action to hold, fold. And then when, this is how I went the deuce. I was holding for fold. And then I had a deuce. And then boom, I bet a little bit, and then they thought, oh gosh, she has something.
Yeah.
And I had freaking the lowest pair, and then I actually what do you call that? What do you call it now? I forgot. When you don't bet or anything.
You just I can't remember.
Me too.
It's been a while since I
Yeah,
played.
me too. So I just stay and I didn't bet or anything, and they're like, oh, she hasn't nothing, and then they come back, and then I bet more, but I have those.
Yeah.
And then I freaking won for freaking those, and I think somebody had like pair jacks something. Yeah, I forgot.
But they folded.
They folded
Yeah.
in my dues, and I'm like, it works.
Yeah.
Anyways, you are also an entertainer.
Yes. So I'm an actress. I used to make my living as an actress in theater, and I've started to reintegrate acting. I'm a model. I'm a singer and a songwriter. I'm a host as well. So yeah, do a lot of different things. I just love entertaining as a whole.
That's amazing. So how long you been doing as an entertainer?
I mean, I grew up in a musical family, so I started in music specifically since I was little. So my parents were musicians for a living, and they would tour around Europe, and I would travel with them. And so as soon as I could, as basically as I was old enough, I started, singing backup, and just started performing. I started acting as a child. So yeah, ever since I was really young.
Do you have any big movies that you have?
So most of my acting work is in stage, so in theater. So I did a lot of shows in theater, and then I've done a few television shows and independent films, and then most of my media is actually through my work as a psychic. So I've been on Will Ferrell's Ron Burgundy podcast, for example, and I've been on a fair amount of television as a psychic as well.
Do you like that Blacklist?
Blacklist, you
Yes.
mean for films?
Yeah. Do you like that show? Do you watch this kind of show?
I have seen it's been a long time.
Well, the reason why I know what I am asking, what questions I'm asking you as a psychic is, I love documentary.
I love documentaries too.
I freaking can watch all night about a documentary. By the way, the latest one that I just seen is this football player, actually a football player who has been catfished on the internet.
Oh yeah, there's a new Netflix show about that.
So how could, I'm so sorry, but anything could happen, but I don't think that anybody could catfish me. You know what I mean? So yeah, he was catfish. He was in a relationship with a woman, but it's a man on the other side.
Right.
For 3 years.
Yeah. Boy, I just think, anyone out there, if it's not an in-person relationship, to me, it's not a real relationship. Like, just, like you just don't know. Anyone can present themselves as they want to.
Yeah, they can be, and that's the thing with the social media. But anyways, that is ridiculous. But I watched the whole thing because it's just so interesting. Because like what I said, I think everybody run away from me on the freaking Facebook when somebody just said hi, and I have all these interrogation questions. Then I also got I've been told so many times, like, who the F are you? Because of the questions that I ask, because it's the internet, you'll never know.
Yes.
Yeah, so I ask those questions, and if you're a real person, then you're a real person. You're gonna go through on the questions. But if you're not, of course, you're gonna tell me, who the F are you? Yeah. Anyways, so do you have a business, like do you do the psychic the psychic business on the side kind of thing?
That's actually my main income right now, and I was making my living as an actress in theater, but it's not an easy thing to do, and I didn't make great money. So as I started building my psychic business, I pretty quickly realized I could make more money as a psychic. So I switched my focus for a while to the psychic work, and I'm still very much loving and doing the psychic work. But essentially now it's a wonderful income for me, and then I can focus on my creative and entertainment work without the pressure. And so it's just a lot easier.
That's why I started social media shows. It's just because I want to focus on my work, and I want to focus on me, and if I used to be a director of a huge company here in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with over 50 people, 50, and I believe on my last. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this. I don't normally say this, but on my last year of my work in there is I am just the bully of the company. And then I quit. Yeah, and I just left. But that's why I left too, is because I know that I am bullying everybody already. I'm not just being a freaking boss anymore. It's because it's my actually how I return a favor to my boss who actually did me so bad. So yeah, I'm not gonna get into those things. But yeah, so I'm like, you know what? Just pay me then while bullying you. But anyways. So I used to do that. I used to be a director, and making so much money into a giving so much of almost 24 hours a day working for somebody and making them a billionaire. It's just literally, I said I could have that money for myself. Yeah. If I can make somebody a billionaire, I think I can make myself a billionaire. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I'm a big believer in entrepreneurship and being in business for yourself. And there's so many different ways to do that now with these different freelancing platforms or companies where you can kind of work for yourself, even if the company is the, the business side. But yeah, I similarly, like years ago, I worked in higher education and government. And I remember, I was a manager and I looked at my boss and how many hours he was working and what he was making and how long he'd been doing it, and I remember thinking, if that's where I'm going, I don't think that's worth it.
Yeah,
I'm working 60 hours a week and not making the greatest money.
Yeah,
and
I'm not making the same money as you, and I work harder than you. No, that's
exactly. So that was the point when I decided, at least mentally, like I need to do another path. And I love to, as an entrepreneur, I make my own hours. I love to travel, so I can just do that as I want to. I don't have to ask anyone for permission if I just want to go to Europe or whatever.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, because that's how I actually, I was when I left. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go start my own company.
Yeah.
And I seen the big vision, and I'm like, I know where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
So we are on the right path. I just cannot. How happy I am, how joyful in my heart, how all my how when you hit your goal year after year after year and you keep on going, you're just like, wow, this is working, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I do think that it's a building thing. So for example, I've been a podcaster for 11 years, and now it's so easy because I've had this long track record
That's
of
awesome.
content. And
What is the name of your podcast? Are you still doing it?
Mm-hmm, I am.
What's the name?
I actually host several podcasts. My longest running podcast is called Healing Powers Podcast. So it's tied in with my last name, which is Powers. And it's a mind, body, spirit podcast.
Oh my God, I want to watch that.
I'm happy to.
Are we gonna stream it on my channel? Because that is powerful.
Oh, I mean,
That
I'm definitely open to discussing about that for sure.
You see, podcast. He's from Palm Spring.
Okay.
And he posted something like, we don't need to fight to be on top. We have everybody has a room.
Yes.
That's what he said. Everybody has a place on the top.
I
So
agree.
yes.
So I firmly believe in rising tide lifts all ships. That we don't have to compete one another. It's not like there's a finite amount of resources that if I get some, you don't get any, etc.
Everybody has a room out there. So yeah, we're gonna discuss that because that is leadership, and leadership is very, very important with me because I'm a leader. I wish I just can actually teach everybody to become a leader, honestly, but with all the things that I do, I'm everything here in my TV channel. So, but anyways, well, thank you so much for sharing all those things, Laura. Do you have any? Tell our viewers where they can find your podcast or where they can contact you if they want to.
Sure.
They want to find out if if their wife is cheating.
It's so funny. That is a question that I sometimes get as a psychic. People tend to ask about love and money are probably the two most common things that people ask about. So my website is healingpowers.net, and you can find my podcast, Healing Powers Podcast, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on all the major podcast platforms. And I have several books on Amazon and other major book retailers, so you can search for me as an author there under Laura Powers. I have 7 books on the psychic spiritual realm and then 1 book on podcasting.
Oh my God! You see, you'll never know who actually you get on this seat actually. But anyways, we're gonna go on a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about the events that we promise you on every single week of Rise and Shine Las Vegas, because we just wanna give you all the good news and the events, because this is the entertainment capital. This is the center of entertainment or capital of the world, something like that. But anyway, we will be right back. Don't go away. Welcome to social media shows. Have you been watching social media shows recently? Of course you have. We have been live streaming for 4 years across social media platforms. We produce over 70 shows with over 1,000 episodes. In the process, we've helped over 100 creators realize their dreams and start their own show. We give platforms to promote your business. If you are an artist, if you have an event, if you are entrepreneurs, or if you have a story. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe and follow us on major social media platforms. And if you have a great idea of a show, join us. Social media shows can help you produce and live stream your own show. Let us help you make your dream become a reality. Welcome to social media shows. Have you been watching social media shows recently? Of course you have. We have been live streaming for 4 years across social media platforms. We produce over 70 shows with over 1,000 episodes. In the process, we've helped over 100 creators realize their dreams and start their own show. We give platforms to promote your business. If you are an artist, if you have an event, if you are entrepreneurs, or if you have a story. Hey, welcome back to the Rise and Shine Las Vegas. Rise and Shine people. I know especially here in Las Vegas, it might not be the morning yet for them. Do you know?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's a 24-hour city, so, going to sleep might be 5 a.m.
Well, I have a lot of performer friends, and I cannot call them before 12 noon.
Yeah, I'm generally a late night person. So yeah, for me, early is like, 11. Yeah, I would say 11 a.m. is early
11
for me.
is 5 a.m. So it's their 5 a.m. right now. But anyways, Laura, do you have any events coming up, or do you have any performance coming up?
Yeah, so I perform regularly venues around town, Virgin Casino. I perform in a place called Ichabod's. The Mint Tavern. So yeah, just, anytime. And you can reach out to me. I'm active on Facebook at Laura Michelle Powers and on Instagram at Laura Powers 44 if you want to ask about that particular week and where I'm going to be.
Yes. And do they is it a free cover or?
Yeah, every place that I perform is free, so you don't have to pay to attend. So that's nice.
So anyways, say that again. What day?
Yeah, so perform Wednesdays at Virgin Casino in the Shag Room. Ichabod's, it might depend. Sometime, anytime from Sunday to Tuesday. Mint Tavern will be Tuesday.
Where is that tavern? Is it in the
that's right
Henderson?
next to. No, it's actually just off the Strip, but it's near the Golden Steer Restaurant, which is one of those old classic, Las Vegas steakhouses.
Well, give me your. You know what? I'm gonna share all those things on my social media. By the way, yeah,
great.
because that's very, very important. But anyways, guys, since we always before we go on my events, not my event, everybody's event, because I promote everybody. How's the weather?
Yeah, it's hot.
But
that's
it's cold
not
here.
a surprise, right?
It's not actually freezing
in
here.
It's cold, but like outside it's quite hot.
When you walk in here, you're like, oh, thanks God. I cannot. When I'm walking outside, I cannot wait to come inside.
Yes.
And like, but anyways, what do you think the weather is?
I'm gonna guess 110 or 111.
Oh gosh, that's what I'm gonna say. 110.
It's a pretty safe bet this time of year.
Yeah. Well, yesterday when I was driving, we are here at the studio. We film. 99.
Oh, it's low. That's low.
Really?
That's unusually cool for,
Yeah,
for this time
exactly.
of year.
Well, talking. Well, you know what? I didn't actually add in here, but I seen this news yesterday that I believe on one of the parks here in Vegas, in Nevada, actually they said that we had the most rainy season for over 10 years. That
Yeah.
like in just in August 5th, we have like so much rain, and they're like, God, this never happened here before.
No, this is only my second summer here because I moved here from Colorado, and I actually was stuck in one of those floods. Like it rained so hard, it was flash flooding, and I've never really been in that kind of an environment before. But basically, all this debris comes on the road because the water flushes
yeah.
out. So I ended up driving over some piece of metal, and I got a flat tire, and it was quite an adventure. But yeah, it was a lot of rain.
Yes, it's so rainy. I'm like, I'm loving it. We love here in Vegas because, it's the desert and it doesn't rain much. And so when it's raining, oh my God, that's blessing. Get out there. Don't use your umbrella, please. It's not like, pouring rain like crazy. Come on. But
Yeah.
anyways, I am gonna talk about news really quick. Do you have any news?
I don't watch the news too much, but I have looked and seen what are some of the Vegas shows. I can talk more about that.
All right. So we're gonna go on the news. These are really, really good news. The reason why is I have a lot of it is, it actually applies to me, or most of them, because I have friends on the police. I have so many non-profit organization who friends who own non-profit organization. But I'm gonna start with NV Energy. Just letting you guys know that, especially in Vegas, we just talk about the heat. In Las Vegas, we actually use so much energy when it's hot. But they said, NV Energy said, an unprecedented heat wave is underway in Nevada and the entire western U.S. that will contribute to increased energy use and place strain on the western electric grid. Help reduce stress on the electric grid during this time by reducing energy use, especially between 5 to 8 p.m. And on your screen right now are the tips from NV Energy, tips how to turn off your your energy or help conserve energy. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
I was just reading it. It's kind of funny. In California, they just made a mandate where all cars will have to be electric by 2035. So I don't know if you heard about that from the state of California.
Yes.
And then right after that, they made a request for people not to charge their electric cars because of the demand on the energy grid. Like, we're definitely going to resolve that issue.
Are you a big fan of electric cars?
So I do like electric cars. I used to have an EV. I don't have one right now. However, I think that we need to resolve the energy questions about like where are we getting this energy from, and then also for certain drives it's just not practical. Like my car didn't have a very long range, so I couldn't go on a road trip, for example. Like I want an EV that I could go on a road trip with.
Do you think the Teslas are long range?
Some of them are if you have like the long range pack, but it's also about the availability of charging stations. So if you've never had an electric vehicle, you might not realize it's not just like how far can you go, but like is there a charging station nearby where you are?
Yeah, exactly.
So, because if you have to drive 30 miles to a charging station,
that's really funny, because that's one of my biggest concern is if I'm gonna buy me an electric car, I love using that power.
Yeah.
So what's gonna lead me to it? So I think we need to fix that first before you can I buy an electric vehicle, because until we cannot fix that part, no, I am not buying an electric vehicle.
Yeah, I think too, if you have a home and you have solar panels and then that's where you're getting electricity from, that's a really wonderful solution, right? Because you're just literally getting it from the sun.
The sun, yes.
And then it's cheaper, very low cost. You may obviously pay for
I
your
wonder
panels.
if we actually use or strain the sun power, are we gonna have a really, how about the earth? I don't know.
No, it's not it's not like reducing the amount of sun or something.
Okay.
So yeah, it's totally fine in that regard.
I'm a problem solver. Actually, I look on what's gonna come afterwards, what is the, what is the outcome of things. That's why I do that. So, oh yeah, I'm an accountant for a reason, very analytical. But anyways, we're going back to the news. This is another good news here in Las Vegas. There are, I believe, there is this condominium complex that was changed. Oh no, I think, is that the one? Yes. Oh no, this is the homeless actually. You see, we were talking earlier about the rain. You see, there is a part in Las Vegas that has that homeless were living under the tunnel or something.
Yeah.
So it says over here that their home. This is from Fox News, by the way. I need to give the credits. Their home is a lot different from yours. In any given time, those who work with the homeless believe as many as 1,500 people are living in flood control tunnels underneath the Las Vegas Valley.
Oh wow, that's intense. Yeah.
It is very intense.
And then if there's a flood, obviously that's very dangerous.
Yeah. So anyways, there's a lot. There's a lot of help. People are actually helping those. That's actually the news. I don't know why I didn't get that instead. But anyways, one more thing that I wanna. This is. I'm just gonna go out because we're gonna go back to Laura in a moment. All right. So one other thing is, this is really cool. I love this one. So have you ever seen anybody in a workplace that has worked more than 3 years? It's so hard to find those people.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of people are in and out very quickly, and a lot of business owners that I know are struggling to find people that stay or show up or are reliable.
Well, what I'm showing you guys right now is the longest. They are the longest employee of Caesar's Palace.
Wow.
The longest employee of Caesar's Palace just actually turned his. He's the first year employee, like the first year that Caesar's Palace opened. Yes, so he just actually retired. After 55 years of service. The company says Figgins, his name is Figgins, which is showing on your screen right now, was hired at the property on April 27, 1967. So they opened that before the Elvis, the International Hotel. Wow, interesting.
That is amazing.
And held position in 5 different departments at the property. According to Caesars, Figgins began at the property as a casino porter, assisting with maintaining cleanliness through the casino floor. Figgins then became a convention porter and helped set up a variety of events. Later, Caesar says Figgins then worked as a dishwasher, and then busboy, and then he became a blackjack dealer when he retires just a few days ago.
That's fun. That's incredible. I
Yeah.
can't imagine being in a job for that long, honestly.
I can't. I really can't. Well, you know what? This is one of my favorite for today's news actually. The reason why I said that is because my friend actually is a cop. So I'm gonna show you this quick video. I hope it's going. I want this. Okay, it's coming up.
This alone.
From housing, to helping with U.S. vets, to helping with counseling, to helping with school needs, to helping with resources, to helping with food. I mean, really, if you name it, we have providers here.
Metro, along with other service providers such as Southern Nevada Housing Authority.
All right. So this actually this is what I was gonna say earlier, and I missed that part. Or I came ahead of the news. There is this subdivision or condominium complex here in Las Vegas that changed management. So they're kicking out every single resident of this property, and I believe the Metro Police, actually Metro officers, stepped in to help these people.
Oh, yeah, what a difficult situation that would be.
Yeah, like you cannot do anything because of the change of management. And I cannot, when I'm watching this news last night, actually this, I only watch news when I'm doing this show, by the way. I'm so bad. I was, my big question is, what, what is the law of reality? Why this new management is kicking out these people? Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. Whoever is the new management is, you cannot do that. I know it's illegal. I know, because I've been in real estate classes. I think there is some kind of part that they can. But you know what? Metropolis is in, is involved in this. So yeah, I know. I shouldn't be putting my business, my nose on your business. But yeah, so I love the fact that, of our cops, especially our we had so many bad news in the, in the just previous months about cops. And having all these cops helping and getting, the exposure that they needed, how they help people, I think it will help.
Yeah, I think so too, and it's always good to focus on the good news and the things
yeah.
that's positive.
Well,
'Cause
yeah.
There's so much negative stuff in the world, but I really believe in the law of attraction, and what we focus on expands. I really do believe that.
Anyways, one more thing that I wanna talk about. I think this is my last one for the thing, and we're gonna go on events. Is I am going to play this really quick. This is about. Okay, let me go and give this first to you guys before I talk about it.
Steals a car and then gets a VIN plate from a similar vehicle. They then try to resell that stolen car to you with that VIN plate that looks legit. They might have a fake title as well. Now the problem is it may not be easy to spot a fake VIN plate. When you take your recently purchased car into the DMV to register it and staff do a VIN inspection, you find out it is stolen. And not only do you lose the car, you lose the money you paid for it.
So one of the main tips that we tell people, if they're going to do a private sale, or if they're going to buy from a private property or private person, go to the DMV, have them do a VIN inspection. Because if you buy a VIN switched vehicle, you may think that you have a legit title.
All right, that's another cop. The positive side of this actually news is not about stealing cars, but it is more of how our cops is talking out there and say, hey, this is what you're gonna do. You gotta go and before you buy that car, bring it to the DMV and let them inspect it.
I think that's a great tip, and yeah, that's not only are you out your money, but you're also supporting these criminals in their activity.
Yeah. So I think that I actually touched this news is because one reason I want to actually tip out a lot of people out there who's trying to buy a car from a third party. We're trying to save some money, but sometimes when you're saving so much money, it might actually cost you more in the future or a lifetime.
Yeah.
So make sure you go on the right step, like what Joe Larney, I think the police officer was saying. Go and bring it to the DMV first before you actually hand that money. I know somebody, a good friend of mine, was actually scammed one time on buying a car, and he gave all his money. I believe it's $12,000.
Oh.
And then that's what had happened. That's the reason why I'm touching this, because I want to actually give some, for all our viewers out there, make sure you be careful, okay? Because, especially this time of we just actually got through, thanks God, with the pandemic, and now you see, like what she said, is busy on the road. Imagine before on the pandemic time, I'm driving that highway.
There's nothing.
There's nothing. You're like, yeah, I'm the queen of the road. And now you cannot see that anymore. So yeah, make sure that you I love saying this. Help every single person the way you could. You cannot be of help of anybody all the time. But if you could only give what you can, to help out somebody, that's a lot. Maybe it's not appreciated. It's okay. The thing is you did your best.
Yeah, be positive, put out positive energy. And I do believe if you do that, it'll come back to you.
Yes, I believe that too. And if it doesn't come back, don't wait for it, please. It will just come in its time, okay?
That's
yeah,
true.
because but anyways, so we are going on events right now. I have go ahead with your events that you know.
Yeah, a couple of events, kind of bigger events. So I love music. I love going to shows.
I want to come to your show.
Oh, I'd love to have you. Yes. So one of the performers that's in town this weekend is Usher.
Yeah,
so Usher's
it's
here.
sold out.
Oh, is it a sold out? Okay. So and then the other one is Duran Duran. So I grew up in the '80s, so I love '80s
yes.
music. So I was like, oh, Duran Duran. So
That's amazing. Yeah, I know. Well, what else do you have?
those are the two
So,
that I
well,
looked at and I was like, ooh, those are the two that I would choose. Yeah.
Actually, I have them in here. Actually, I'm gonna run you guys what do you call it, slideshow of events, and it's showing. This is what I like about these events that I'm showing you right now is it shows you all the categories of different events. It's amazing. I just did this my homework last night. So anyways, on these categories of events, we have the top shows, which is include Usher and Duran Duran, by the way. The most selling shows is showing right here, and then it's also showing in your screen right now the magic shows, and adult shows. I never been to an adult show.
I haven't been to a super adult one, but I did go to see Magic Mike Live, which was pretty fun.
Oh yeah,
that's somewhat adult. Yeah, it's not full nude, but it's adult content in terms of the theme.
And residencies and concerts, you will see it in the slideshow that is showing right now. We have dinner and show packages. You know, it's really good to go, you know, with your gown and everything, walking into the dinner show. Yeah, I love those things. Las Vegas comedy shows. By the way, I actually mentioned earlier my friend Chris Cook Comedy, which is gonna be performing live on our awarding ceremony in September 17. It's an international achievement award that's coming up, which is actually being hosted by yours truly. I have no clue why I picked on that, but I'm honored. Okay, please don't take me out. Las Vegas tribute shows is also on your screen right now. We have hypnosis, mind reading, and psychic shows. But I want to actually shout out to the Hypnosis Unleashed, which is run by my friend Kevin. And I know I have to come back again, but the reason why I don't want to go back is he wanted me to he doesn't want to put me on stage because he said you need to want it.
Yes, you have to decide that you're going to do it.
Because I know my friend will push me there, so I will make sure I'm not gonna bring my friends. I'm just gonna go by myself. Las Vegas afternoon shows, and these are my tips when you are going to see a show. Make sure you have a lot of because there's a lot of shows here in Las Vegas. Make sure you actually kind of plan ahead, because you don't want to be running late to the show. You don't want to be like what I said earlier, you want to have your high heels, you want to have your makeup done and everything. So make sure you guys to get there early, as especially here in Las Vegas. When you go to the show, there's a lot of things to do before the show.
Absolutely. And one thing is that it can take a long time to get from parking or valet or wherever.
Yes.
The casinos are big, so make sure you give extra time.
Well,
that.
that's one of my tips too, is make sure when you book a ticket or a show or to go see a show, make sure they have free parking or paid parking, so that you can plan ahead of time, and make sure you wear something that's appropriate to the show that you are seeing. Because if you go on Hypnosis Unleashed, because they're gonna hypnotize you, make sure you're not wearing a short skirt like I do. Okay, make sure you wear something. All right, so those kind of things, it's really, really important. What do you think, Laura?
Yeah, I agree. Just know the venue. The other thing is, I do think that sometimes it's quite cold in the casino. So as a
Yes.
woman, sometimes I'd like to bring a little wrap or a jacket or something
Yes.
if I'm wearing a small dress.
Yeah, and like me, I love my small dresses. It's really funny because my clothes,
Hmm.
I can put it in my clutch.
I have some dresses like that as well.
I mean, right? Yeah. And then so make sure that you prepare when you guys going to the show, especially here in Las Vegas. You'll never know what happened. Maybe the Las Vegas Boulevard is closed tonight, and you're gonna go around it and you're gonna be late. So make sure you plan ahead of time.
Absolutely, yeah. They'll have road closures. Yeah, it's a really good tip.
Well, yeah, one thing that I actually remember was in Las Vegas Boulevard. There is this event that they closed the.
That's the one I was thinking about. They closed for the football
Yeah, or something,
preseason,
yeah.
and yeah, they'll literally close all of Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yeah, they do that all the time. So make sure you're aware of those situations, guys, because you end up walking like 5, which is really good. They call it strip walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the Las Vegas Boulevard. So 5, it's just like 5 blocks away. You're sure. And especially when you wear makeup and then it's hot here, come on.
Oh yeah, you'll melt, right?
By the time
And if you wear your heels,
Oh.
that's also difficult.
Yes. Well, you know what? Come to me. I will teach you how to walk on a catwalk with your high heels. I'm gonna give you tips about what type of heels you guys gonna get. And I know Laura knows that.
Yes.
But anyways, Laura, one last thing. Do you have any nonprofit organization that you want to mention?
There's not a particular one that I want to highlight, but I just do love giving and working with animals. So I'm always a fan of various animal rescue organizations, and I specifically really love cats.
Yes, I love animals. I have a German Shepherd.
Oh,
Yeah, I used to have a cat.
I love dogs too, just to be
Yeah.
clear. I'm not one of those no dog people.
Loves
So
the
I
cat-
love dogs,
yeah.
but I also
If you
love
are a pet lover, you're gonna love everything, every pet except snake. Okay.
Oh, I still like snakes.
I cannot handle them. I know somebody who actually I wasn't living here in Vegas before. I came here just to visit somebody.
Yeah.
And they went actually to LA actually, and they left me in the house. And they have it's a white python. What do you call that?
Python?
Python, it's a small one.
Mm.
And it's really funny because so I was by myself in their apartment, and they have a python by the living room, and I just couldn't sleep. I couldn't. Because if they didn't say this before they left, I would be able to sleep. You know what they told me?
What?
Just letting you know, they have a name. I forgot the name. The python actually go around the house.
But it's not in a cage. Yeah.
It's not it's just like a cage, but they can get out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they actually wander the house, and I'm like, and I keep on doing this under the bed, not under the bed, but I'm like, someplace. And I remember I went to the cage and he's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, like I didn't sleep that whole night, but yeah, please, no snake for me. I can get no snake for snake and exotic animal, okay, and also rat. I'm not playing with those pets. But anyways, I wanna talk about our nonprofit organization here in social media shows, GI Connection.
Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections. GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, social media shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.
Awesome. So GI Connection is actually based in Santa Maria, California, and Joe Skoda is my business partner of social media shows. He was here with me since the very first day of social media shows, and he has his nonprofit organization that he helped. So we are connected. So any donations that goes to our page, which is socialmediashows.com/outreach. So you will see all the nonprofit organization that we support on that page, including GI Connection. So yes, we are giving back to the community. So please help support us, support GI Connection, because what GI Connection does is to actually help military or men in uniform, men and women in uniform, transition to the to the civilian world. Do you know that that's really, really hard for them?
I have known enough veterans to know what a challenge that is.
Yes. So yeah, it's just like you're from the war, you are at war, and then you go to the like no war. It's the PTS, so you can understand the feeling like they kind of like. I remember there's one person and you're trying to wake them up, and then they're like in judo karate, ah! And you're like, oh
Yeah.
no, it's me, like yeah. So this we're gonna support all the people who actually give us freedom to live freely. You know what I mean?
Yes, I think it's so important to support veterans, and I do feel that unfortunately there's not as much support as they could have from the actual the government or services themselves. So
Yeah,
there's extra
exactly.
support needed for sure.
Yeah, just letting all the our veterans out there. There's a lot of support. You just have to connect with the people who actually trying to fight for all your benefits coming out from the military. I believe it's in my website. We have a lot of support out there. They will help you get the. You know how much money do they have? That's actually been in there for years, but they don't know. Yeah, they have a lot. So you're gonna go and find it. I wish I can speak about all of it, but I'm not a military, so I don't really know. But I have a lot of. Go on our website and you will see all those all those people who's helping our veterans. Anyways, before we go, I would like to actually touch base with your information, where they can reach you at and everything.
Sure. Yeah. So my website is healingpowers.net for my psychic and spiritual work. You can find my music on Spotify under Laura Michelle Powers. So I added my middle name, which is Michelle with 2 L's and an E. And then you can find my podcast, Healing Powers Podcast, on all the major podcast platforms, including Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And then reach out to me social media. Laura Powers 44 is great on Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Laura, for joining me on today's morning show.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
Well, thank you so much to all our viewers. And also, I would like to shout out to my co-host who is not here, Chris Cook. And next week, by the way, let me just put this together really quick. Next week, we are going to be streaming. It's not there. I guess not. We're gonna be streaming next week. We are starting my brand new show starting next week, Wednesday at 3 p.m. Actually, I will change that time frame.
3. Okay.
Yes. I like what I said earlier. We're gonna have a DJ here. Somebody's DJing my show, and I'm so very, very excited about that. My friend who is the lead band or band leader, Whiskey Tenor. You can actually see all their songs at whiskeytenor.com. It's actually a country songs, and it's and like the beginning or the intro of our Rise and Shine, they sing that song actually. My DJ name is DJ KGR. He is Kevin Gardner Rose. So KGR, DJ KGR. So we're gonna have a lot of guests coming up on Wednesday, including Laura Powers. We're gonna hear her sing. Yay!
I can't wait. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, guys, and we will see you guys. By the way, don't forget all our shows. We have like over 50 shows that is been running on social media socialmediashows.com 24 hours. It just keep on going, guys. So if you want to see all the other shows on our website, just go to socialmediashows.com. So that being said, guys, we are out of here. Thank you so much, Laura.
My pleasure.